In August of 2006, I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, contemplating my life. I wasn't happy, and I really wasn't sure why I was missing. I started to cry, and I don't cry. I wasn't raised that way. But through my tears, I started sobbing, and I woke my wife Beth up. And what came to my mind was a man named Harold Armstrong.
I was playing golf, and my cell phone rang, and I looked at the number, and I didn't recognize the number, so I let it go to voicemail. And the next opportunity I had while we were playing golf, I listened to the voicemail, and it was a call from Beth, and saying that she and Jim would like to visit with me. Well, when I went in the house, as I say, I knew of Jim and Beth, but only casually, and Jim was a broken man.
Why don't you come next week? I'm going to be speaking in Harry's at Hanover Square, Wall Street. And I went, and the first thing I thought about, Phil, when I walked in, I said, I can make a lot of money here.
Profit motive.
Oh, of course. Everything was money. I chased money my whole life. And sure enough, I met a gentleman by the name of Dick Arthur, who was an older gentleman. I started to open up my home to Bible studies, like he suggested. I remember sitting in the stands, and I took two men with me. My wife and I took two men. One was an electrician, and the other one was a bond trader. And they ran down to accept Christ, Jesus Christ. And I turned to my wife, I said, I'm in trouble. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I have to teach them now. And I said, I have to open up my house because Ted DeMorse said this. So we opened up our home with two men. And Phil, without an exaggeration, that's 19 years ago. I still have the same study. And about 2,000 people came through my home.
We've kind of had a motto around here for years, and we're building boats to the glory of God. I don't have enough time today to tell you what a change it came in my life, but I'd never seen men share with the elevator man, share with the girl that waited on the tables, share with people on the street. I mean, I'd never seen that before. I saw men in action, and that's what CBMC is for.
But Andrew just persisted, and it takes someone like that in your life to reach out and persist and be like, you know, Chris, how are things going? What's happening in your life? To reach out and connect, like CBMC says, you know, we want to make that connection with other men. And, you know, he persisted enough that I was like, all right, I got to go meet up with this guy and just like, if anything, get him off my back, tell him I'm good, you know? It's inspired me to live a life worth replicating and live a life that, that I could share with other people. Last year, I found a young guy that was really searching, quit our small group Bible study, and I just went after him. God said, go after him.
I know of whom I believe, and I am persuaded that Christ is able to keep that which I commit unto him against that day. So I put my trust in Jesus, and then I began to realize that he saved me to serve. He saved me that I would do something for him. He said, ye have not called me, but I have called you to go and bring forth fruit. We're saved for a purpose, and that purpose is to bring somebody else to Jesus Christ and encourage someone else to take our place and get out the gospel.
I've often said, what do you do when there are no heralds in the world, no CBMC type men that without a question would just say, I'll be over?